meeting these teachers and learning what your students are going to do. Once again, welcome to Meet the Teacher, and I want to thank you for your patience and your support.
Hey, Liberty Lions, it's Mr. Byrne of the Bernie Mac Show. Keep up to date on all things Liberty. Be sure to check us out Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. on livestream.com.
All right, so I'm Mr. Z, Aaron Zsilavec. You guys already have your mics off and stuff. You're probably familiar with how these virtual meetings work. You probably have done them yourself. So that's the reason I ask you to keep them off, is just for echo and stuff like that. It's weird talking and then hearing myself again just a couple seconds later. So, but feel free to raise your hands if you do have any questions or whatever. This is pretty much how you should, hopefully you see my screen. If not, let me know. There's not really anything I can do, but other than you guys should just leave the meeting and come back. But this is pretty much how class kind of works. They come in. The first few days, I had a message just like this up on the screen when they would come in, reminding them to keep their hands or to keep their microphones off. We typically keep the video off for them also. Had them turn it on a couple of times just to get to know them a little bit, but for the most part, they keep it off. Just it's less distractions and things like that. So I'm, like I said, Mr. Z, and this is my wife, Tara. We've got 3 boys, Talon, Hunter, and Kenton. They are 12, 10, and 8 years old. And they go to Sunset Heights. They're in 7th grade, 5th grade, and 3rd grade. And then this is our dog, Val. I think she's 10. We've had her for about 5 years now.
No, she's 9.
I grew up in Phoenix area, at least. I graduated from Coronado, the other side of town. And ASU, graduated in 2005, got my master's from NAU in 2008. And then I started teaching as soon as I graduated from ASU. I was taught at Cactus for 3 years, VERRADO for 6, and now this is my 7th year at Liberty. So you may already be familiar with this, but just in case you're not, best way to help your student be successful, just check their grades on ParentVue, especially during this time. Just monitor their grades, make sure there's nothing too low or out of the ordinary. Talk to them and encourage them to contact me. One of the big things that I think students need to learn at this age is to advocate for themselves and ask questions and make sure that things are getting taken care of. And teaching them to do that themselves. So encourage them to contact me. Obviously, if you think they are not doing that, if they're not meeting that part, then you can always reach out to me yourself also. Email, my phone number, or we also have the Remind app set up. So you can do it in the app, or you can text 81010 to that number. Here's our code right there. So if you would like to join that, you can. That is our code. Just text PR09NT3 to 81010. I don't blast out a whole lot of info over that. I prefer to use email when I send out the information. But this does work as a little bit of a two-way communication. I can send something out. Students can actually then reply to me on there. They can. It's almost like text messaging to me in that sense. And that seems to work pretty good. So that's one way sometimes to do that rather than email, just because that's more like their generation. Most of my communication will go straight to students during the class. We do have meetings like this, face-to-face with me doing most of the talking, but I do call on them. They participate a little bit here and there. Still trying to figure out ways to improve that while we're virtual. But I am doing the teaching. It's not, they don't have to read it on their own or learn it themselves or anything like that. It's not a video, it's live during these sessions. just like this, I've got the smartboard and I interact with it. I can work out math problems on here. The same way I'm controlling the smartboard for this screen here. So that seems to be working the best. I think that works better for them than watching a video or reading the lesson and that sort of thing. So we have like a daily quiz that's going in the grade book. I need to get some of them typed in, but we do have pretty much a quiz every day to go over the lesson. As opposed to collecting homework, it's just a short quiz. And then dual enrollment information and the beginning of the year info I emailed out, and dual enrollment info will be coming out soon. I started talking to students about it today. I've got some slides about it here for you too. If they've already done dual enrollment, it's a pretty easy process. First step they just need to do is go to admissions.maricopa.edu. I think I have that open here just to show you. If they are first time, they just need to click on the apply now for first time dual enrollment. And if they did it last year, then they just need to log in and make sure their information is correct. So I'm probably going to have them do that tomorrow. That'll be kind of one of our class assignments. I'll tell them to open up a tab and just get that part taken care of. But that's the first step. If you don't know about dual enrollment, it's a really inexpensive option to get the math credit. It transfers to every math, or pretty much every university in the state. ASU, U of A, NAU, and GCU all take it. All take the credits really well. So it's a really good option. And I'll be emailing out a paper that looks similar to this with some steps on it also. Just price-wise for pre-calculus, if they did college algebra, they only sign up for the 3 credits, which is $216. If they did not, they can sign up for the 5 credit class. If they did not do college algebra dual credit, they sign up for 5 credits, which is $360. Just kind of mentally prepare you. That's about a month until that payment becomes due anyway. So, and I believe you can set up payment plans. So some of this information will be coming out in an email. You guys have any questions? Or that was a pretty quick 10 minutes. So. There's only the 2 of you, so if you do have a question, you can just turn on your mic. All right, well, thank you for coming. And if you do have any questions, you can always reach out to me. There's my contact info again if you need it. And our remind code. Thanks for coming to virtual Meet the Teacher.